It's good to know. All of it's good to know. Nice to meet you. I didn't expect to meet someone here, of all places. I sometimes come here just to say hello to my old friends. It's nothing personal, just a memory. What brings you here? It seems like you have your reasons, don't you? Of course you do. No one just exits their home and comes out into this wild world without an intention to do something, now do they? I'm not accusing you of anything at all. I wouldn't be so bold as to say that. Just to insinuate, you seem a little different from the people I've met today. It's refreshing. Yes, don't worry about it. If anything, it's a good thing. It depends upon how you view it. This world is currently in a change, a process of things. Not that many people are aware of it. But you look to me to be aware of something. Is it hope or despair, I wonder, that drives you so? It's so hard to figure out. People like you. It's such a shame. Did you know something? I may be the most unlucky person in the world. I found this out because I've had a lot of things go wrong and right. But luck is something that's funny, isn't it? Everyone wants to consider it this or that. But in reality, what are we all doing here except for existing? Luck plays a part in it, doesn't it? What's your luck like? It's interesting meeting someone like you, though it's not a bad thing. I like meeting new people sometimes, but I'm just a nobody, so I hardly deserve the time that's given to me. But I'll be thankful nonetheless. It's very comforting knowing that I'm not alone here. I quite enjoy it. Do you enjoy not being alone too? It's addictive, isn't it? Yes, holding on to the hope rather than embracing the despair. I do like that moniker, though it's not entirely true, is it? It's not always that easy. Life certainly isn't. But that doesn't stop us from hoping, which I hope we can make into something better. Something much better. I think I've seen you once before. Are you perhaps kind of famous? Oh. Well, perhaps it's 'cause it's my birthday today. I never expected it to be like this. In fact, I might even say I'm feeling rather lucky, compared to usual. Don't you just love hope? The concept, the feeling of it. It's so addictive. And since you've given me some today, I have to thank you personally. Take this. I was going to drink it, but what's the shame of lending it to you? We can drink together. We can make something of today where it wouldn't have been. I plan to spend my birthday alone, despite my hope. Poetry in motion. Isn't that how it should be? How we should conduct ourselves? Oh, sorry, I got a little distracted. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Nagito Komaeda. And would you like to be my friend? I just thought it might be something nice. Something nice for both of us, if we can endure this together. I've always wondered this. But what do others think of their birthday? It's so strange to me. The very concept of celebrating getting a year older, a year closer to... No, I should cling to hope like I should. Otherwise, what example would I be setting? I'm just curious. How is it for you? All of this. The madness between this and that. Hope lies where we least expect it. Perhaps you were sent here for a reason. Perhaps you are a shining, glistening piece of hope, something I could use right about now. I'm not so sure I deserve it. But if you'd spend your day with me for my birthday like you said, it might be that much more fun, you never know. Do you believe in fate? That everything we do has a beginning and an end. I believe that luck has a rubber band effect. That me meeting you today could cause some despair in your life. Despite how much hope you have, it's mostly because I'm used to it. There's been a lot of events in my life that have shaped me as a person. I believe I'm the cause of all of it. Luck. Something that seems to follow me, like a rain cloud, or like the sunniest, most beautiful day you can imagine. And why am I telling you this? Because my time, it's somewhat short. There won't be much more time to enjoy this life of hope, of everything I live for. That's why this birthday, it may need to be, hopefully, the best luck I can make it. Have you ever wanted someone to care about you a lot? Someone to care where no one else would. That's what I've always dreamed of, but I've pushed everyone away. I've made myself out to be this function, a martyr, but I've done so in a way that betrayed those I cared about. And here I am with another chance, a stroke of good luck. But I think I know already what the bad luck in waiting is. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just meant to be this way. Maybe everything needs to be, otherwise it won't work out. It was all meant to go this path, because it was the only path I could ever walk. It's so strange, though. I never expected to find this. At this point in my life, what life I have left, I want to feel loved. I want to experience everything I never got to. Everything that was stolen away from me. Is that so bad? I'd like to think that it's justified. Then again, hope is justice and absolute power. My situation, doesn't it scare you? Don't you want to run away from me now? I wouldn't blame you. After all, if the bad luck gets to you, it'd be such a shame. You knew about me. How did you know about me? Such a strange and small world, isn't it? I don't recall ever meeting you. Are you sure we've met before? Oh my, perhaps my memory is getting worse. No, that can't be. Perhaps it's just unlucky. I'm very happy that I managed to meet you. Even if it's the second time, that doesn't change how special it is to me. I'm practically ecstatic. I couldn't ask for something better. It's practically all my dreams come true. I get to have a nice birthday for once. Whoopee! I can't wait. What shall we do first? Ah, yes. I haven't even heard your name yet. That would be something very important to hear. Why don't you tell me? Yes. And a fine name it is. It sounds like it might even be lucky. I'd like to hear that. You've got such a cute name. It suits you, really, but it's also cool. I'm not exactly sure if I should call it cute or cool. Guess we'll go with Luck. Yes, it's just like that. Oh, look out. See? Sometimes these powers, they come in handy. It's so nice to hear someone else. I thought I was going to be alone forever. Stuck in this place. How did you get here anyways? Well, then I suppose escaping isn't going to be that easy, is it? Well, it never really is unless... Well, as luck would have it, I do have a key. Maybe it'll fit to this door and... Wow, I must be very lucky today. 2 acts of luck, straight in a row. We best be careful now. We wouldn't want anything bad to happen to us, would we? Let's just be extra careful now, so we don't get into a bad situation, okay? I'll be sure to use my luck as best as I can to help out. I can't always control things, in fact, I never can, but sometimes luck decides to show me some good. And then, if we're lucky, it'll be something lovely. I already consider today a very lucky day, because I got to meet you, instead of being all alone on my birthday, trapped in this place of all things. Now we just gotta go this way and hope nobody notices that we've escaped. I wonder why they threw you in my place. They should know better than doing this. True hope always wins. Their hope just wasn't good enough. Clearly. This way. We wouldn't want to dawdle and waste our advantage. It'd be such a waste, wouldn't it? After all, after too much time, we might lose our chance to get out of here, and then we'd be quite in a difficult pickle. Looks like we're out of there. Nobody seems to have noticed. Must be our lucky day. Now let's not waste any chance we're given. It'd be such a shame if it turned to bad luck all of a sudden, though I've come to expect it after this long. So, while Lady Luck is smiling, let's enjoy the day. I'm sure nobody will find us if we're enjoying the day like normal people. That'll make things a little better. I know this park over here, and you might just love it there. You never know. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it just as much as me. There's this giant dog there. That's partially my fault. But he's a real nice pup, so provided you don't mind getting licked a whole lot, you'll be enjoying yourself. Trust me. You're pretty talented. Did you know that? It's quite impressive, at least to someone not so talented as me. You managed to run way faster than I could. It was impressive how you dragged me along like that. You must be very good at it. I'm quite impressed that I met someone like you. I'm glad I did. So, how do you celebrate your birthday? No way. So it's your birthday too. I didn't expect that. What are the chances? It's enjoyable though. Now I have more of an excuse to share my birthday with you. That way, when we do go and have so much fun today, it's going to be one to remember for both of us. Just so long as the string of good luck does continue. Do you think it's wrong for me to want to spend my day with you? I didn't think you would. It's practically what should just happen. It's not even a question. We're just having fun, right? Celebrating a birthday. Something that only comes once a year. You only get so many of those, you know. Do you think it's wrong for me to want something very impressive for my birthday? There's so many things that I want, but it's actually just one that's been nagging at me. Do you think it's wrong to want someone instead of something as your birthday gift? I just thought it was something that suited me. Someone that suited me. And that someone is you. I just want to feel loved once in my life. Feel special instead of always being alone and alienating people I care about. I guess you could say I made a blunder of my life. I don't exactly regret it. It was all for an important goal, but at the same time, maybe I do. Maybe I do have some regret with it. But that's not what I want to focus on my birthday of all things. I want to focus on you. What is it you want for your birthday? Such a cute request. I wouldn't mind taking you on a date at all. We'll make it something extra special. Something more special than anyone who ever had a birthday before has ever had. Or maybe that's too ambitious for someone like me. Nevertheless, I want to at least give it a try. I can't just let your birthday wish go to nothing. So let's be off. There's no point in standing around and wasting our day. The sun will only be out for so long, and then it's the moon and the darkness. Not that I mind the night, mind you. But it's just, I don't like to waste time when it's so precious. You might not have as much as you think you do. After all, imagine the fireworks we'll see tonight. I hear there's a festival going on over there. Why don't we check it out? I know, being that we were just kidnapped earlier, I bet it's a little bit different, isn't it? I can't dwell on the difficult things. Just focus on the good, right? I've been kidnapped twice before. It's not my first rodeo, I guess you could say. Though I'm not exactly southern enough to use that, I think it's a good term for this. Now why don't we go enjoy our day and make it something to remember? Take my hand. Trust me, I won't bite too hard. It was a joke. I wasn't actually being serious. I'm not some kind of dog human or something. If anyone would bite, it would be our large canine friend here. And he wouldn't hurt a fly. Oh, and if we travel with him, it has the added benefit of if somebody does come to try and kidnap us again, I'm sure he's going to get them and tear them to bits. Not that I would want them to get hurt or anything, but if someone tries to hurt us, then I guess they had it coming, didn't they? Anyone willing to do something so silly? Well, they don't really have much self-preservation now, do they? If they don't have hope, what's their use? They don't have any purpose in the world. They're not meant for anything if they don't have proper hope. So their feeble attempts at it, they'll get smitten, eaten in this case, ripped to shreds like they're nothing. Not because I think they're nothing, but because I think that they're in the way of something greater than them. Oh, well, it's all semantics. Please don't worry about that. There's no reason to. After all, I could just spend the rest of the day with you and hopefully no one gets in that situation. But if they do, don't worry if you see a limb or something. I promise it won't bother us. You know, it's a funny story. A long time ago, there was this person who thought that they could betray me and get away with it, and they might have. But I guess luck just wasn't on their side. It's kind of a shame, really. If you're gonna go against me, I wish you all the best luck, but sometimes it doesn't work out. They ended up falling on their own weapon, and oh, it's a long story. I wouldn't want to bore you. Let's just say I don't really like it when people betray me. Of course, I don't do anything drastic. I'd never do something like that. There's no point in it. If I were to waste my effort worrying about luck, I would have been dead a long time ago. But I will say I don't like the principle of being betrayed. And if you really want to be like me or be with me, there's really only one way to do it. The only way I can think is if we're together forever. No backstabbing or anything like that, silly. It'd be pointless. If we ended up like that, it'd just be too sad, wouldn't it? Us driven apart by some twist of luck. That's not what hope means. That's not why I have it and believe in it. It's so important that you get the despair out of the way, so that the hope can remain free, a stepping stone. What do you think makes you despair? Anything? I sure hope there isn't anything. If there was, I'd have to nip it at the bud and get that hope running free. You see, the bigger hope always wins over despair and even other hope. It's like survival of the fittest, only with a so much more fun moral to the story. Luck doesn't mean anything to me if I didn't have any hope. I have to hope that something good happens, and I have to expect that something despair-worthy will happen. You see, there's never any one-way streets in life. It's more like choosing left and right. There isn't always a right choice, because it comes to you either way. I guess you really could call it fate. Isn't that what it is? Why my parents died. Why everything happened. Why I won the lottery while being kidnapped. Oh, and maybe why I found you. So what is it you fancy? Now I want to know. It's so curious to me. You have such an interesting expression and I can't place it. You wouldn't be falling to despair, would you? No. I used to get so angry at the word. It made me so sad, but I realized you can't have hope without despair. And naturally speaking, in order to witness the greatest hope of all, you have to conquer that greatest despair. Maybe I can help you conquer it. Trust me, you're someone who's great. I can feel it much better than me. That's why I want to see it before I die. I want to see that future where you get to be the biggest hope, the greatest hope. If you trust me, I'll shape you into it. The hope that all hopes wish they were, but get crushed under your foot. Oh, sorry. I hope that doesn't come across as being too brutal. No, it's not brutal. It's just facts. You can't really argue with facts, can you? Feelings matter too. But hope in spite of fact, well, it's all you have to go on sometimes, right? I know it may seem like a bunch of jumbled nonsense, but trust me, these shackles here, they're just to keep you safe. It really is going to be a date. I promise you. Now, would I have any reason to lie to someone who made my heart skip a beat? I'd never do that. There's really no purpose to it. I want you to become the ultimate hope, so I'll just subject you to controlled despair, combined with lots of hope and... Oh, would you look at that? Seems like I found a scalpel right here, and maybe it's a sign. Oh, look at you. You seem so caught in your despair. I almost feel bad for doing this. But trust me, it's for your own good because you have so much potential. It's meant to be my birthday, right? You wanted me to have a birthday gift and... On second thought, maybe I shouldn't do all this. Maybe someday it will change, but I think this scalpel's for cutting you free. Or maybe for the date. But doesn't sound very fun if you ask me. I'm not even a fan of pain. It's something more like a fact we all have to face, but nobody likes it. Pain isn't very nice. And even if I could get that hope right now, maybe it's best to let nature take its course. And you'll just be mine from now on. I mean, I could keep you in my basement. It's a pretty nice place. We could play video games, and I could lock the door at night so you're extra safe and sound. Trust me, I've got defense systems, so no one's getting in or out. Isn't that a better situation than here? You do like it, don't you? I feel this kindred spirit with you. I feel like I was meant to do this. And while I don't really mean anything bad by it, I just think that you're meant to be my luck. Sure, part of me didn't want to keep you around because I was afraid maybe a string of bad luck would end up hurting you. Maybe it would maim you. Maybe it would kill you. But that's not exactly it. Because even if you did get a string of bad luck, I'm sure somehow it would work out. Maybe you'd do more service in that horrible fate, that despair. You'd bring about hope. I can see it in your eyes. It's not that I'm saying you don't mean those words. You calling me a psychopath, it's to be expected by how I treated you, right? I didn't mean to incite that, but I guess something about our meeting just changed things a bit. I really do want to be loved, even if it means I have to take a step back from my obsession. It does give me so much hope, Maybe I can be more than just a extra in this story. Guess I almost did something I'd regret. Leading you here, kidnapping you. Isn't it ironic? You went from one kidnapping to the other. And now I've let you go, and you can walk out the door if you want. Isn't it funny how luck works? I can't even escape without your help. You managed to turn things on me. Guess you're super lucky today, aren't you? What's this about revenge? Surely you don't mean... And what's the meaning of that? How am I supposed to take it? I'm not sure I understand. You think I'm the right amount of crazy. That's an odd point of view. Perhaps it really is my lucky day. You love me, don't you? I didn't even have to force you to. I guess it really was a lucky choice that I managed to let you go when I did, even if I got myself caught here. To think you'd take advantage of the situation, get your revenge like this, I would have never seen it coming. If that's really what you want, I'm not gonna stop you. Your lips are so soft. I bet you already knew that. But hey, I thought maybe me reminding you might make you feel a little embarrassed. It does seem to be the point of all this, isn't it? For you to get someone that truly understands you, someone who can give you hope. I want to be that someone. Maybe it's just my place, my role to play. You never know. I chose these paths because I wanted them. Or maybe I didn't have a choice and it would have ended up the same way no matter what I did. At that point, what does any of this matter? If I alienate you, I'll be left all alone, and I guess this revenge is better than being alone, so if you have to carve me up in order to make things right, I don't really mind that, and... So you're not going to get your revenge kill? I'm surprised. Well, to be fair, I wasn't exactly going to kill you. I was just going to subject you to the despair so you could be a better hope. Then I realized, more than that, I just want someone to love me. And I couldn't do it. Isn't that silly? No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get myself to use that scalpel. I guess it was one of the first times in a long time I thought of something more hopeful than creating that hope. I always wanted it. In fact, it's something I was obsessed with. I still am. It's like a nagging feeling in the back of my brain. Though my brain isn't doing so well these days. So maybe that's why I decided to do this. My social skills aren't the best. Just in case you didn't know. Oh, So you're actually interested in me. You're not just saying that, right? It'd be mean to pick on someone who doesn't have too many birthdays left. Oh, I'd normally not want to mention the fact, because I wouldn't want to guilt you. But since we're kindred spirits, I thought that you had a right to know. You really think that we could be something like that? I'm surprised you think that at this point, but I'm also kind of intrigued. Go ahead. Do with me as you please. This can be considered my birthday present. I'm surprised. Very surprised, actually. That you still treat me like a human being. I would attribute it to my luck, but something feels like this goes beyond luck, which is something I've never said before. And I want to thank you. Even if it was just a kiss, it made me feel something. Something I'm not used to feeling, that is. Though I do have to ask, why me? What did I do to deserve your affection? I'm not sure I understand it, but I'll gladly accept it. I'm certainly thinking that I'm happy, at least as far as I know the feeling. I certainly am not going to argue. It'd be so pointless. If I were to, and I missed this chance, it would make it certainly not a better birthday. So I think I'll side with my luck today and accept your feelings. Maybe even return them with some of my own. Would you look at that? The situation's definitely taken a turn, though I wonder if you consider it better or worse. Do you enjoy using me as a seat? I'm not complaining, of course. However, I do think that seats are meant to be sat on. Well, not me, of course. I'm not a seat, so don't get the wrong idea. I did enjoy my time so far, but I'm not sure what to do now. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Isn't that how you should feel after finding someone who loves you? In truth, I can't seem to figure you out at all. You seem like such an interesting person, yet how is it you stuck with me after I almost betrayed you? It doesn't seem to make any sense in my head. Don't you normally let people who betray you go? Or do something nasty to them? You don't make much sense now, do you? It's quite an anomaly you are. I'm not gonna complain. Certainly not. You've definitely enriched my life. As for what we'll make of my birthday, I think this is the highlight of it. The best gift I could get. I guess love is something I'm not very good at. But I hope to be in the future, and maybe if we work together, maybe, just maybe, if I'm able to, I want to make you love me even more. And I want to love you more. Perhaps that's what luck has in store. It is what happens to us. We got intertwined in the strangest, most passionate way. I dare say it's probably the only way we would have ended up like that. Though, if that's for good or bad, only time will tell. Time, hope, despair, you name it. Perhaps I'll take you up on the offer. I can't exactly make it on my own. There's only so much I can do. I'm hardly as talented as someone like you, but it's so endearing to be able to feel earnest love from someone like you. It's different, warm, happy. It makes me feel slightly less different, and slightly more like I have a place to be myself. Thank you. I'll return your kiss to you. And even if there aren't too many opportunities to kiss, I'd like to make the most of the ones that we do have, and especially so when it comes to you. I've never kissed anyone prior to you, so it's kind of an interesting situation. I get to experience true love through an interesting twist of fate. Must be my lucky day to meet a cutie like you. I'm gonna consider this day the best birthday ever. All thanks to you. I hope it is for you, despite the near-death experience. Sometimes we go through those, but they're not what defines us, so let's keep on hoping for a better tomorrow. I'm gonna hope for a tomorrow where I get you in my arms. Oh, was that too upfront? Sorry, but I won't apologize for it, because I was serious about you from the start. And even if my methods change to be more soft, it doesn't mean I can't promise you that I'll do better next time. Just be a little careful around me. Sometimes I'll get a little carried away, and I don't want to accidentally break you. So let's be sure to avoid that now.